Good morning. Charles Merkel here for day 124 of 3-minute 10 breath total body warm up. Here outside enjoying a beautiful day. Good morning, Lizzie. And this morning thinking about confidence. And just that confidence can take many different forms. I don't know that anybody actually operates from a lack of confidence any more than we operate from a lack of faith. It's just we have to ask ourselves, what is our confidence in? When we talk about self-confidence, what are we referring to? That confidence that's internal. Maybe we're confident in our abilities, our mindset, our skill sets, our available tool sets. Or our confidence is in something else. Or maybe it's flipped, where not that we're confident we can do something, but that we can't. We've convinced ourselves that we cannot do something. Well, a friend of mine has a very, what I consider a very healthy outlook. That if somebody else has done something, that means he can do it too. I have others in my life that I have all the confidence in the world that they can do something, but they've convinced themselves they can't. And it's those mental blocks that are keeping them from what they truly desire. And I know they can do it because I've walked the path. I've accomplished what they're trying to accomplish. And I also understand the difficulty in taking the first step. If I could encourage you to do anything today, anything, it's, if you haven't yet, taking that first step towards what you want. And if you have taken the first step and have since stalled, then I encourage you to take another step. To think back to that first step and any subsequent steps you've had thereafter. And remind yourself, 1, I can do this. 2, I was making progress. And 3, remind yourself why it was important to you. If it's lost importance, that's another discussion for another time. But if it's still important to you, let's find a way out of that rut. Take another step, no matter how small. I love the Japanese concept of Kaizen. The idea of small, gradual improvements over time results in big improvements. Because if you reverse that and think about it for a moment, you'll probably realize that's where some of your most entrenched bad habits, or where some of your bad habits got the most entrenched in your life. It was small, gradual changes over time in the wrong direction. meaning in a direction that made you weaker and or took you further away from what you really want. We have the ability to reverse that. We do. We have the ability to reverse that. And well, I'm gonna mention something. A tool I have used over the years, a tool I've used to help me do this after learning the concept of Kaizen, is a tool called Simpleology. Been around a long time, probably about 20 years now, which shows the validity because it's still being maintained, it's still being updated. And I have tried a lot of productivity type programs over the years, a lot. Some of them were really good, but they either weren't maintained, they lost their audience, or they're on a platform that stopped being supported, and they just couldn't transition to what was current. But this one has stood the test of time, and I'm just gonna let you. I have found it deeply valuable to, in many respects, but especially in helping to establish healthy habits. Again, making those little changes over time. So I'll put a link in the comments so you can check it out yourself. Check out the free version. See if it works for you. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get started on today's 3-minute 10 breath total body warm up. So if you're new, welcome. Go to the website in the tag 7minutemorning.com/free training, where you'll be taken to a page with a series of videos, less than 20 minutes for all of them, that will explain all of the inner workings of this exercise. It's very simple in concept, but it takes practice to implement and get efficient at it. So the training's already there. Watch the training. Join me tomorrow. Otherwise, watch along or do your best to follow along. But this is a 3-minute exercise. There's 10 controlled breaths throughout. It's a resistance-based exercise working multiple muscle groups in tandem and against each other. So the stronger you get, the greater the resistance grows, the stronger you continue to grow. So it's a beautiful exercise. We've been doing it consistently, and no, it's not the same as going to the gym and pumping for 3 hours. But for 3 hours work, rather than doing 3 hours in one day, we're spreading 3 hours over a couple months. And again, it's that Kaizen concept, that small gradual change over time, but consistency is key. That's why I'm out here 6 days a week to do this with you. Consistency is key. All right, let's get started. And begin. Yes. So good. Afterwards, just like during the exercise, you're going to inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Give yourself a moment to recover. So now you can go about your day with a body that is warmed up. So it's going to make a huge difference if done consistently over time. Well, I appreciate you. I thank you for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 125. Again, remember what it is you want. If you haven't taken that first step, it's time. It's time to do that. If you have taken your first step, but you stalled somewhere along the way, it's time to make forward progress again, no matter how small. Find something small you can do just to get yourself out of that rut. So make just a little bit of progress. I'm not asking or expecting for a big leap. Sometimes we're waiting for that big leap where if we had just been consistent and small progress and making consistent small progress, one, we would have avoided the rut in the first place. And two, we'd already be at that point that we would be if we had taken that big leap. But again, rather than just waiting for it, keep making forward progress, no matter how small. That's how you stay consistent. That's how I've seen people successful in many areas, different areas of life, not just financial, many areas of life do it. That's what's been deeply beneficial in my own life, getting from a place of failure to a place of success. And I'm going to keep making forward progress, and I invite you to do the same. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.